Hello all my Mayflowers and welcome back to my channel. It's Ari May here. This video is a video that people have been requesting. This is about family issues. This is a video that really hits me deep. Not in an emotional way, in an angry way, for the most part, because just some of my family is absolutely ridiculous. Some of them are absolutely ridiculous. Well, my family, my mom, I'll start with her. She has been so supportive of this. Like I said, my stories video series, a 5-parter. I hope you all watch that. If not, please check it out. It'll really help you understand some of my other videos and get to know me a lot better. So, but my mom, she knew I was transgender before I even figured out I was transgender. That's saying something. It may not make much sense to you all, but before I knew the word to identify myself, she found out, did some research, and she found out I was transgender. Anyways, she's been awesome about all this. She's finally started seeing me every day as myself, and she's really starting to adapt. I mean, of course, she slips up sometimes. Excuse me. Of course, she slips up sometimes and calls me my old name, Ryan, and she'll call me he or him sometimes, or she'll call me her son. And I'm trying to break her those habits, and I know it's not going to happen overnight. I know that, and I appreciate her for trying. Compared to some of my other family. My brother, he's not someone who wants to be talked about, but he's family, so I have to talk about in this video. He's been on and off about this. There's some days where he doesn't even want to say a word to me. Whenever I first started being me every day and started being myself, he would just give me looks, and he pretty much thought he lost me forever. He sent me a real long sad message, just pretty much saying he thought he lost me, and tell his brother that he'll always have his back and whatnot. But I think now that he's starting to see me as myself every day and see me around the house and whatnot, he's really starting to get used to it and adapt to it, and he's starting to realize that I'm still the same person. In my mind, I still like the same stuff. I'm still gonna like video games. I'm still gonna go hunting. I'm still gonna like to do stuff that he likes to do. And it's I think he's starting to realize finally that I am still the same person. Just my outside is finally matching my inside. My father, me and him don't speak anymore, and I'm honestly okay with that. He'll probably end up watching this, and he'll flip a lid like he always does. Me and him have had a very, very rocky relationship my whole life. From my childhood to my whole teenage years, there were times we went months without talking. He's always had an anger problem, lashed out, sometimes abusive, and it's just we never got along too well, ever. I mean, I tolerated him because he was my dad, and there were some times where I really did get along with him, was really happy he was in my life, and there were other times where I was just go away, get out, I don't want anything to do with you. And he used to always when he first, I didn't know he knew. For a while I tried keeping it from him. I knew he was going to find out eventually, obviously, but for a while I really, really wanted to keep it from him, and I was just, but then it was last year, I don't remember when it was sometime last year, but he brought it up to me and said that we were in the car going to Morgantown. He looked at me and just you remember how I told you Dad knows everything? Well, I really do know everything. And just know you're my kid and I love you to death. And I was like, okay, well, thanks. I didn't say anything else because I was not ready to talk to him about that because I never felt comfortable talking to him about stuff. And then he really started making a lot of comments when it came close to me coming out and as transgender to the world. And he just started making a bunch of nitpick comments about oh, you know I don't approve of this, or you know how I feel about that, blah, blah, blah. And a few weeks ago, he tried causing some major stuff between me and my stepmom and I. I have a 4-year-old little sister from him, by the way. After my mom divorced in 2011, he had my little sister, Adri. I love her to death. I don't get to see her all too often because she lives with my stepmom, about 45 minutes from me. But he really tried to put a giant gap between us, and we were in the car, and he told me that, he said, these exact words, he said that your little sister's not going to be around this kind of stuff for a long time, and that's not coming from me, it's coming from your stepmom. And I was furious. That's just well, why would she do something like that? So I went and posted that on Facebook, and she saw it somehow, and she texted me, and we talked and whatnot. And I know how my dad is. He's always lied. He's never been one who's always been the truthful person, and he will deny that. He will see this video. He will lash out at me. I'm ready for that. I don't care. It won't be the first time, and hopefully this will be the last, because I haven't said a word to you in weeks. But he and he was flipping out on me because I was talking to her. He tried to control me like I'm a child. I'm almost 20 years old. I don't need my dad telling me who I can and can't talk to, especially my stepmom. Just because you're separated does not mean I can't talk to her. And I'll get on to my stepmom now. She has been awesome about all this. It's still new to all of her. I don't get to see her very much, but I've talked to her a good bit lately, and her name is Maria, and I just wanted to let you know I love you to death. No matter what my dad's ever told you about me, or what he's told me about you, just know you're my stepmom, you are the mom to my little sister, and I love you to death. And I'll get on to my little sister now. She's only 4, like I said. She doesn't understand all of this, and I definitely don't expect her to. I want her to be eased into it. I don't want to lose contact with her because she's only 4. I want to be around her whole life. I don't want to miss the good years. Her name's Ariana, but we call her Adri. Yeah. And now I'm going to get on to some of my mom's family. This is probably going to continue into 2 parts, I warn you, so please follow along for part 2. You won't regret it. Not part 2, but my mom's family, I'll start with her immediate family. My grandma, we had told her a day before I posted on Facebook because I wasn't trying to tell her, and I mean, I don't want her to think I don't want her to be mad at me because I told her, because like we told her last. It's just I didn't know how to tell her. I wasn't there when I sent my mom and my Aunt Kim over to tell her. My mom, my Aunt Kim, and my brother all went over, and like she was really confused about it. She didn't really know what transgender meant because like she's older, she's in her 70s, and I expected that, but she had a very positive reaction. She was still a little confused, and she's still trying to adapt to it. So just know, Graham, I love you to death, and if you ever see this video, just know you will see the real me. I will come around to you sooner or later. I'm just letting you adapt to it, and then, yeah. Alrighty. So, I will get on to my mom's other sister that I don't speak to anymore, Kelly. Just know, Kelly, I'm not calling you Aunt Kelly, I'm calling you Kelly in this video simply for the fact that we waited so long to tell you. Well, it was my idea to wait so long to tell you. Just know that. It was not my mom's, it was not Aunt Kim's, it was not my brother's, it was my idea. No one else's. That's why I waited so long to tell you, because I had a feeling you were going to react very negatively, which you did, and you showed that. And I waited so long to tell you. You found out 2 hours before the post. And like I said, I thought you were going to be really supportive. I thought you were going to be around. But you proved me otherwise. 24 hours after I posted the post, you texted my mother and sent her a big long text and pretty much just said that you're going to keep 3 words you used that I saw in the text that just did you in with me. Keep our distance. I understand you have 3 kids, and I understand that it's going to be very confusing and hard for them. And I understand easing them into it. But why you? Why do you have to keep your distance? Why do you have to use those words? Keeping your distance had nothing to do with this. You could have just said, I'll keep my children away from it for a little while. I'll ease them into it. But no, you said keep our distance. And you were still on my Facebook whenever I posted the status. I posted, you're either in my life and you try to accept me for who I am, or you leave. There's no in between. You don't come back. You don't flop in and out of my life. You don't leave when you want to leave or push me away and then bring me back. No. No. You are out. I loved you for a very long time. You were always a great aunt to me. I loved your kids to death. But you did yourself in with me. I know you and your friends are going to see this video. I know more of the family's going to see this video, and they're all going to talk and jibber-jabber like they always do. I don't care. This video is to tell the world how my family is, how they react. Every single one of them. I'm not going to go into detail. With my immediate family, I'm going to go into detail. With my extended family, like the family from West Virginia, and everywhere else, I'm going to just not bring up their names. I'm just going to simply yeah. But okay, I'm going to continue this into part 3, or into part 2, rather. Alrighty, everyone. Well, this is Ari May here. I hope you're enjoying my videos, and I will see you all in part 2. Bye!